I have a problem with how Kong was portrayed in this. He kind of like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this what they asking for, don't even have to ask them though. Just get the cash and go, cheese like a casserole. We are not the same, boy, we not.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Riley, man, coming to y'all with my first movie review that I'm putting out on YouTube. This gonna be my first time, you know what I'm saying? It might be, it might be a little off or whatnot, but hey, we're gonna get into it and see how it goes. Today we're gonna be talking about Godzilla versus King Kong. And I feel like this is probably the best one to start off with. It just recently came out. And it's one that I have some really conflicting thoughts about because they hug my boy Kong. But we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But we're gonna start off with the premise of the movie. Basically, it's the title tells it all. It's Godzilla versus Kong, man. They didn't devise a plot somehow to make these two fight, and then they end up fighting for the majority of the damn movie. It was really good fights, man. I really enjoyed watching the fight scenes between the two kaiju, as they all call them. But other than that, man, there really wasn't much else to this movie. You had a couple of storylines with the humans, they out there doing their thing, doing whatever, whoop-de-woo, but who really gives a shit about that when you watching a movie that's titled Godzilla versus King Kong? So we just gonna jump right into that, man. Like that part, it was a good movie. All right, the action and the fights were awesome, but I have a problem with how Kong was portrayed in this. He kind of like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man, I'm used to my man Kong walking through and just, molly-whopping, whooping everybody's ass, and then he ran up. But first off, they hugged him in the first fight. Because the first fight, I know y'all seen the first fight because half of it was in the trailers when they're fighting on the boat. The humans are the ones that hugged him. Man, this shit is so stupid, man. They mapped out a route for them to take Kong to where they needed to take him because they wanted to take him to Hollow Earth so he can find this energy source for them or something like that. That's the whole premise behind. They wanted Kong to go through these tunnels to Hollow Earth, which is the basically a land within the center of the Earth that everybody supposed all the kaiju originated from. But they wanted to take him there by boat. Now, Godzilla is a sea creature. Why the fuck? And this is what they were saying. They were saying from the beginning, man, that, if Godzilla peeps out where Kong is, he's gonna want to bow him because there can only be one king of the kaiju or king of the monsters or whatnot. So at the beginning, they were low-key hiding Kong from him because they knew that Godzilla was gonna pull up on him. Like, what's good, bro? You can't be here and not throw hands because we need to see who the top dog is. With all that being said, they already knew that Godzilla was gonna pull up. They said they knew he was gonna pull up, and yet they take this man Kong and transport him by boat when they know Godzilla is a sea fucking creature. Like in the first fight, man, all right, Kong got a few good licks in, man. He stole him one time with the right. Everybody seen that in the trailers. But Godzilla ate that. Like, he ate it. Like, it didn't even hurt. He ate that hoe. He turned his neck, came back with a slap of his own with them little bitty baby ass T-Rex arms, which is another thing, dog. Like, ain't no way in hell Godzilla getting whooped like hand-to-hand combat. I mean, ain't no way in hell King Kong is getting whooped hand-to-hand combat by somebody built like Godzilla. That nigga's built like a busted-ass T-Rex, and he out here throwing hands, whooping ass. So, all right, but let's get back to that one part. So they transported him. They said that they've mapped out Godzilla's traveling routes, and they tried to avoid them at all costs. This motherfucker's 300 feet long. This motherfucker, like, he can be anywhere, anytime, at any place or whatever when it comes to the ocean. That was a dumbass idea from the beginning. So, of course, Godzilla pull up. He pull up, you know what I'm saying? They keeping my man Kong in chains, right, when Godzilla pull up. Now he had a disadvantage. And they tell him, hey, release Kong, let him defend himself. They gonna wait till the goddamn boat get flipped over until they release this man out his chain. Kong got killed by the damn humans because they over there acting stupid. They don't know how to they reacting so damn slow to where he almost got killed by them. So he finally get out the water, man. The boat flipped over. He flipped the boat back over. He get on top of the boat, and then Godzilla, did his his jaws thing, came back around, hit the boat again. He ended up under the boat, and he shot his atomic breath and destroyed the boat. When that happened, Kong had to hop to another boat, and then that's when Godzilla got on that boat and they started throwing hands, and that's when he got dead. Kong got dead, which it made no sense. Godzilla grabbed him, drunk him down in the water, and the humans had to create some type of diversion or whatever with their weapons or whatnot to have him let go of Kong, because Kong was finished. I mean, because he can't deal with Godzilla in his habitat. Like you can't fuck with him in the ocean. He has the advantage in the ocean. Kong manages to free himself from Godzilla's grasp, and he ends up getting back on the boat, but he's laid out. Like he's tired. He damn near drowned. He had to cough up all his water and shit. Godzilla looked to see if Kong is out of there. He see you out of there, then he dipped. So, all right, that's the first loss. They finally realized that Godzilla is a fucking sea creature. All right, so we can't take Kong anywhere by boat. They end up flying them over to Antarctica for the entrance to Hollow Earth. They get there or whatever. He ends up going into the tunnel. They follow him in there. Kong lands in Hollow Earth. He runs into those little wing bat things. He whooped their ass, of course. I mean, we've seen that in the trailer. Essentially, he just gets a crash course on his heritage and where he come from, where his species come from. So he go through all this, go through this hall. He see all this other shit. Then he ended up finding that axe. Like this axe is has like a muto bone or some shit, and it has the little, I guess you call it a what? Fin, I don't know what you call it, but you know, one of them things off of Godzilla's ancestors. So he picks up the axe and he's like, all right, bet. I'm ready for action again. Keep in mind, I haven't even mentioned Mega Godzilla because I don't even give a shit about him just yet. They find this power source that they need in order to, they really need the power source in order to power up Mega Godzilla. And they find it when they follow Kong to Hollow Earth. Meanwhile, Godzilla he in Hong Kong wreaking havoc at the Apex facility, because he know Apex and them over here they pulling some whole shit. So from my understanding, like, okay, Apex was utilizing King Ghidorah's like old skulls and brain patterns or whatever to communicate telepathically with the Mega Godzilla. And my interpretation is that when they activated all that stuff with Ghidorah's like brain or his skull or whatnot, your boy Godzilla was feeling it. Kind of had some type of sixth sense about it or whatever. So he can kind of like feel Ghidorah's presence out, I suppose, from my standpoint. And so wherever he can feel that presence, he would just go attack that area. So them fucking with Ghidorah, King Ghidorah and them had, you know, Godzilla just going crazy. Godzilla OP. He just way OP, because when Kong was in Middle Earth and got the axe and activated some power source down there, tell me why Godzilla stopped everything he was doing, right? Stopped everything he was doing and shot a hole in the ground with his atomic breath all the way to that cavern in Hollow Earth where King Kong was. He stopped everything. He was fucking up Hong Kong, all that stuff. He was fucking all that shit up. He stopped and was like, wait a minute. There's a nigga in the middle of the earth, dog, over there fucking with shit he don't know nothing about. Let me get down there and go wreck shop. So he fired a hole down there. Kong look up to him from the hole. He looked down at him. So Kong comes up with the axe, ready for action. They fighting, duking it out. They throwing hands. He end up slapping the shit out of Godzilla with that axe. When in that one scene in the trailers that everybody have seen, when he's blocking the atomic breath and he come down hard on him like Thor should have did. Fucking Thanos came down hard on his head, smacked him, right? And then the axe went flying somewhere. And you know how they do that shit. When you got your weapon and you hit somebody so hard that you end up falling out your hand in movies, that's what they did to my nigga Kong. They really was hulling, because that round that was round two. Round two, you thought Godzilla had the upper hand, but he didn't, because when he slapped the shit out of him with that axe, it kind of flustered Godzilla a little bit. But he bounced back so fast. Like the shit didn't even hurt him, man. And so when he bounced back, King Kong tried to bounce back, but King Kong, dumbass, didn't know where his axe was, right? So he out here jumping around building while Godzilla's over here firing off the atomic breath on him, and he couldn't get back to his axe. Then fight keeps on going, man. Godzilla comes out victorious again. He whoops his ass this time. Like whooped his ass to where this nigga heart was done. Like they said his heart stopped. Like his heart was on the verge of stopping. King Kong's heart was on the verge of stopping. And then Godzilla, he's so gangster with it that he stepped on my man's chest, right? Stepped on my man's chest, looked at him, growled in his face, and then was like, oh, you dead. I'm about to walk off. Walked off. Like, I ain't worried about you no more. And so, like, the humans over there, you know, this is where their purpose comes into play, because they set off a device on his chest. They have this like special vehicle that they use to go to Hollow Earth that can emit a lot of energy and whatnot. And so they use that vehicle to sit on Kong's chest to give him a jump start, and he ended up getting a jump start. But when throughout that ordeal happening, Mega Godzilla becomes self-aware somehow. You know what I'm saying? So now in my head, I'm looking at it like, oh, that's Ghidorah that's controlling Mega Godzilla. There ain't nobody else. That's since it's self-aware, that's Ghidorah using, you know what I'm saying, his new body to take out, you know, all his animosity on Godzilla. So he's self-aware now. He got all these gadgets. He can fly around. He big. Got a tail with a pointy tip on the end, man. He just used it all. He's beating the shit. When I tell you he's beating the shit out of Godzilla, beating the shit out of Godzilla, beating the dog piss out of him, whooping his ass. And so, and this is the fucked up, this just made me so upset. So this is the messed up part. He beating the shit out of him, right? They jumpstart my man Kong's heart, right? So Kong jumps in the fight against Mega Godzilla. Now, I don't even know if they, you know, they ain't explain how he even thought to jump in the fight, because he could have just dipped. But he just jumped in the fight to help out. You done got your ass whooped by Godzilla twice, nigga. Twice. And you still jump in the fight to help him out? Man, a nigga like me ought to have been like, man, this ain't. Can I go back home? Because they did. They told us. I mean, they showed us that Kong knew sign language. He was hitting them boy with the I want, you know, home. I don't know if that's don't roast me because I don't know sign language like that. But that was it seemed like he was doing this, which stood for home according to the little girl in the movie. Kong get up. He get in that jump in the fray. He throwing hands. They both throwing hands. They both getting their ass smacked around by Mega Godzilla. He gets the axe back. He finally goes back to his weapon that kind of equals the playing field for him. He finally goes back to it. He gets his axe. And you know me, I'm sitting there like, nigga, you should have been got that damn axe. Why the fuck you even out here trying to throw straight hands, fam? Go get your axe. That's what the weapon is for. You know, it absorbs that atomic energy. So while he's over there fighting Mega Godzilla's getting the upper hand, and then Godzilla laid out on the ground, but he helps out Kong by firing his atomic breath towards the axe and essentially energizing it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a transformer or something. So he energizes the axe. Kong, you know, he pulls his inner wheel, you know what I'm saying? He got real tough after that and then started beating the shit out of Mechagodzilla. Start whooping his ass. He out there, you know, throwing the axe around like he motherfucking, you know, Captain America with his shield. He doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He out here wheeling and dealing. And then that extra power boost that he got from Godzilla's breath, atomic breath, helped him destroy Mechagodzilla. Like completely and utterly dismantle, destroy him. He's chopped up in itty bitty pieces. They fuck his ass up and split his body all open. And then Godzilla, big, goofy looking at, just ended up going back in the sea and darting off. And so after he did that, they put Kong. Kong went back to Hollow Earth. I really don't like the way they did my nigga Kong. They ain't even call him king in this. They ain't call him king once. Bullshit. He a king, fam. And he got hands, and he's smarter than these fools. How the only thing that Godzilla got on him is the atomic breath. But as far as mobility, fucking strength and you know, being acrobatic, being more, you know, more agile, all that stuff, like Kong got it in the bag. The only thing and also Godzilla's a little bit older, so he got a little bit more street cred out here. You know what I'm saying? He an OG, but still, man, they could have made Kong look like a more of a challenge than what they did. All in all, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I watched it like 3 times. Really fun to watch, man. And I'll definitely watch it again. I mean, this is what I do. I love movies anyway. So, yeah, man. If you liked the video today, man, hey, go ahead and drop a comment. Go ahead and like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And give me your thoughts and tell me what you felt about the movie down below. Appreciate you guys, man. This is the first of many. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's your boy Riley. Peace out, man.
This what they asking for, don't even have to ask them though. Just get the cash and go, cheese like a casserole. We are not the same, boy, we not